Hello, moviegoers, and welcome to another edition of Have You Seen It? I'm your host, Denise, and this week, before I get into my review, of course, I've got to tell you who my favorite actor is. My favorite actor is Viola Davis, incredible actress. 3 movies that show her amazing range and why she has been nominated for Academy Awards multiple times. The movie Doubt, Fences, and The Help. That's it in a nutshell. So if you have not seen either of those movies, check them out and you will see why Viola Davis is my favorite actor this week. All right, folks, I am going to get into my review. And my review is the movie 28 Years Later. Now, full disclosure here, I did not know that this movie is part of what appears to be a trilogy. Apparently 2 previous movies have been made, 28 days, I believe, and then 28 weeks. So you can Google those, but I just jumped in at 28 years later. So I am officially late to the party with this trilogy. But anyway, this movie stars Jodie Comer, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Ralph Fiennes, and Alfie Williams as Spike, who turns out to be a really, really good young actor in this movie. So, in this movie, when it starts, you see that a virus has taken over a portion of England and surrounding areas, and the virus has infected people and they have become zombie-like. Now, these zombies are not like what you see in The Walking Dead, walking slowly but dangerous, at the same time. These zombies are fully nude and they are very, very fast. So at the beginning, you see a family in a community that is kind of wiped out by these zombies. So a young boy is able to escape, and 28 years later, he is now a man with a young son and a wife who is ailing. Now, he lives in a community with other people who managed to survive the initial virus attack in the UK. And so the only thing that separates this new community of survivors with what was left on the mainland is a causeway. And the only way to pass through that area is at low tide. So this young boy, who is now a grown man, in an effort to kind of take his, introduce his son into manhood in terms of how to fight and kind of forage and fend for yourself in extreme situations, he takes his son to the mainland. So they cross the causeway. They are equipped with bows and arrows and so forth to fight off whatever they find. In that particular situation, zombies do appear, but there are 2 different types. One type is slow moving and very obese. So the slow moving zombie can be eliminated with a arrow shot right to the neck, okay? And so that's how the father kind of preps his son. And once they come across these particular zombies, they, fend them off, fight them off, and then the other zombies appear, the ones who are butt naked and running fast. And those are the ones that are the scariest because they can cause a lot of harm. So fast forward, the son and his father return to their community, big party, celebration. The father, pumps up the son and like, hey, he was great on this, journey. And the son is feeling some kind of way like, I really didn't do, as much as I thought I would. And, really. And the dad's like, oh, no, he was great. He was great. So fast forward at the end of this particular celebration, young Alfie the young Spike, played by Alfie. Young Spike sees his father in a precarious situation with someone who is not his wife. And so, knowing that his mother is sick, he finds out from another member of the community that on the mainland, there is a doctor. And so now Spike is on a quest, mad at his dad for what he has seen, and he's on a quest to find this doctor to heal his mother because he does not know why she is sick because dad won't tell him the truth. Fast forward, Spike and his mother trek to the mainland in search of this doctor, who is played by Ralph Fiennes. And of course, once they get there, they now have to keep themselves safe from harm because of all of these zombies that are running around this mainland. And there is an alpha, okay, that they come across who I guess is in charge. I'm the leader of all of the zombies and I have more strength and more power than the rest of them, and it's going to take a lot to kill me. So while Spike and his mom are on the mainland, they are fighting for their lives. They are running. They are hiding. They are doing everything they can to keep safe as they try to find this particular doctor. And so the doctor is found because he helps save their lives, actually. And so the doctor explains his plight. He explains why he is there. He explains his very unique environment that he has created. And he is able to survive because of his medical expertise in certain areas. And so you get to see why he is there and what he has done to survive himself and how he is able to live in that particular part of the mainland amongst these zombies. There is blood. This movie is grotesque. There is archery that is the means by which Spike and his dad have to eliminate these zombies. Again, these zombies are running naked, and so you are seeing frontal nudity from both men and women, and stuff is just flying all over the place. So that's the movie for the most part. People who have survived this deadly virus, but also are situated in an area with their own community, but curious about what is on the other side of that very, very long causeway. So that is the movie. And I'll tell you, young Alfie, who plays Spike, he was really, really fun to watch. I enjoyed watching his how he cared for his mother and how he took on the role of provider and protector for her, even though once he found out what her illness was, knowing that I won't be able to protect you forever. So 28 years is my review. It is not a movie, in my opinion, for children. So please do not take your children to see this movie. All right, folks, I'm going to jump into my Nailed It for this week. And my Nailed It for this week is Shelley Winters from the movie A Patch of Blue. If you have never seen this movie came out in the 60s, so it's a black and white film. Stars Sidney Poitier. And you talk about an abusive mother. She was the most abusive, hateful, evil, selfish individual. She was really scary in this movie because she treated her daughter, who was blind, like crap. And once she found out that her daughter had met a friend and had feelings for him, Sidney Poitier, and a relationship could be budding, she did everything she could to keep them apart. So if you want to see cruelty unnecessarily done by a parent, check out A Patch of Blue. So that is my Nailed It for this week. All right, folks, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And remember, I am available on BlueSky at HYSI. All right, moviegoers, you know what to do. Until next week, I need you to see a movie because I'm going to see a movie. Until next week, bye-bye.